Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. The amount of fortitude you have established is unheard of. They can't possibly begin to think where you got it. If you don't know what fortitude is the strength of mind that enables a person to encounter danger or bear pain or adversity with courage. If you have those things about yourself that you notice your strength, mental strength, you notice your adversity to, you notice your ability to overcome adversity. All right, you are a person that can endure certain things that will cause a person to suffer, all right, whether it be some type of loss, some type of pain, something that you've gone through that you handled. May not have been easy, but you got through it. Now you look back on it and you realize that it's something that was able to bring something out of you. It was able to bring something better out of you, make you stronger, make you better. All right, that means you have an amount of fortitude that is unheard of. All right, people don't encounter situations like some of us do. Some of us handle situations a little easier. Some of us don't handle situations that well, but those of us that have fortitude, we're able to deal with problems, deal with issues a lot differently than everyone else. Not everyone is able to get through a certain situation like you can. You're able to use the mental strength that you have. You're able to think through a situation. Maybe someone might panic or be frightened or get easily upset or just give up because it's too difficult. You have mental fortitude that's going to allow you to stay in the game. It's going to allow you to continue to focus no matter what's going on, no matter how hard things get or how tough something may seem or appear to be. You're not going to quit because of that. You will endure whatever it is you're going through. You will go through the process of completing whatever it is that you have to work on, whether it be you're working on yourself in this particular season. All right, but maybe you're enduring some things mentally. Maybe you're taking on some new ventures. Maybe you're starting something different. And whatever it is you're doing, it's taxing you mentally. All right. Not only are things physically taxing or physically draining, sometimes things are mentally draining, and that will tax your spirit as well. All right. But you have to have the mental fortitude to stick with certain things. When certain things become difficult, doesn't seem like you could easily think your way out. You're not sure how it's going to turn out. For you to keep a outlook or a positive mindset that would allow you to see through whatever it is you're currently facing, that's mental fortitude. It takes a strong-minded individual to be able to see through the darkness, to be able to get to the light, to be able to see through the end of the tunnel, to be able to know that regardless of, how things are going, there's going to be a positive outcome. Not a lot of people are able to do that. They tend to look at situations like it's over for them. All right, though, that not to say they're weak, but those are weaknesses that some people deal with. And when you don't work on your mind and when you don't prepare yourself to have to deal with those situations, it could become pretty overwhelming for some people. So if you have mental fortitude, you're aware that these things happen and you pretty much are mentally prepared to face any situation. It may not be easy for you. It may not be something that you immediately get over whatever it is you do have to face, but you're more willing to still participate in life. All right, you're still more willing to be a life's main participant, and not put things on pause, not stop something, not give up on something just because things aren't going the way you want them to, or things become stressful or difficult, or it's life. So it might be some pain that you're dealing with. It might be a pain from an injury. It might be pain from a loss of a loved one. It might be pain from lack of resources. All right, maybe you really want to do something with your life or be successful right now, and there's not a lot of emotion. There's not a lot of movement. Maybe you have something that you're trying to get going, and it hasn't picked up like you thought it would. These are things that bring pain. People have expectations. They expect things to work out because you're told to keep a positive mindset and expect the best. And that is a very productive thing to do when it comes to how you think and how you use your mind. But you also have to not prepare for a rainy day, because if you prepare for rainy days, that's what you're going to get. What you see is what you get. But you just need to be aware that things aren't always going to be as easy as they are, or as they could be, or as you feel it should be. Sometimes there are things in life that bring a lot of difficulty, and they bring a lot of stress, and that causes worry. But you have to have the mental fortitude to be able to wrap your mind around all the things that come along with what it is you're trying to do. All right, maybe you have a new business, or you just started taking some new classes, or you're starting back up going to school. All right, whatever it is that you may have going on, what you have to do is you have to be prepared for the good sides of it and the bad sides of it. All right, everything that you do in life, obviously, there's going to be some good attached to it, and there's going to be some bad attached to it. But because you are the type of person with mental fortitude, you're not going to up and just quit because there are some bad times. You realize that if you really focus and you really hold it down for yourself and continue to keep going, that tough times aren't going to last. But as the saying goes, tough people do. And that is a very true statement, because if you're still here, if you're alive and breathing, you've obviously been through some times that were less than valuable. Sometimes, time is valuable. Sometimes you have some good times. Sometimes you have some really amazing experiences in life. And then sometimes things don't go the way we expect. There's loss, there's lack, there's certain things that happen that you wouldn't want to happen. All right, certain things that catch you off guard, certain things that you aren't expecting to happen. When they happen, it's life. Anything could happen at any time. But the people who are able to hold it down and maintain a right idea about themselves, maintain a positive outlook on life, maintain the vision that they currently have for themselves, are those with the mental fortitude, all right, the strength of mind. You have to have a strong mind. You can't get through life without being made stronger than you already are, for one. So it's really nothing to worry about. It comes to you with being alive, but also you have to deal with your weaknesses, and you have to conquer them in a way to where you don't allow yourself to be overtaken by any weakness that you may have, or overwhelmed by any weakness that you may have, because your mind is stronger than that. And once you are able to develop the mindset that your mind is stronger than what you go through, you are working towards having a greater mindset than that you have currently. And you're developing your mindset, you're growing your mindset, and you're growing with your mindset. So it's a lot of growth that people who develop the mental fortitude have to endure. That's the pain, that's the suffering. if you can get through these things and still be able to view yourself as the person who can get what they want, the person who can become what they want to become, the person who could get to where a better place in life for them would be, then you're really on the right path when it comes to the possibilities for that you see for yourself. Not everyone can see things that could happen for them. Not everybody is thinking good about themselves. So, I mean, you have people out here that don't think highly of themselves, that don't see things as being possible for them. And it's like they gave up on life a long time ago. Benjamin Franklin said some people die at 25 and don't get buried until they're 75. So a lot of people are lacking this type of mental fortitude because they didn't take the time to develop their mind. You know, a lot of people can get through life, can stay alive, can be productive in certain ways, but they just won't be on the level of a person that really wants to be successful. All right, because anybody can be average, anybody can do the bare minimum, anybody can just make sure they have enough to get by. But for people who really want what they want out of life and want to live a specific life and want to get to a specific place in life, they're going to have to endure some things. They're going to have to go through some things. And a lot of it is going to be self-induced. And it's like that's one of the most hardest parts for people to wrap their mind around when it comes to success and wanting to do something with your life. A lot of this stuff is self-inflicted. You put yourself through the long hours. You put yourself through the trying to, I don't want to say worry, but like trying to figure things out. You put yourself through the stress that comes with it. You know, not to say you're purposely stressing yourself out, but there's times of uncertainty, wanting to figure things out, wanting to know certain things, the doubt about if you're good enough to work on it or if you're going to be able to find the information. And even if you do find the information, is it going to work out for you like it worked out for everybody else? It's a lot that comes with it. And like, if you don't know how to use your mind when it comes to wanting more out of life, you could potentially lose your mind. And this is where a lot of people end up going wrong with success and letting success have them instead of them have success, and letting money have them instead of them having money. Like working towards something in life is a trip. And once you really are serious, you'll see why like people take shortcuts. But it's just like, people with mental fortitude, it's just not in you to take any shortcuts. It's not in you to do anything immoral. All right, you want what you want, but you don't want it that bad. All right, and that's what mental fortitude is. It's like, you want to be successful, you want to be great, but it's like you're willing to endure the pain and the suffering of figuring things out, making yourself better, putting yourself in the position to where you want to be, all off the strength of your mind. And that's what mental fortitude is. People with that type of mental ability and mental strength, they can't be told no, and actually allow it to have some type of effect on them. All right. Someone tells them no, they're just going to take that as a different kind of yes. Like, you may have told me no, but life is telling me yes. So I'm not going to give up. I still have something to do, regardless of you wanting to be a part of what I bring to the table, or you wanting me to be a part of your establishment, or whatever it is you have going on. I've got mental fortitude. So it's like, they could tell me no, they could tell me no, they could tell me no. A person who really wants what they want is not going to stop until they get a yes. It's like, I'm not going to go in for the night. I'm not going to put this down for today. I'm not going to wait until tomorrow. This is something that I told myself I was going to do, even if I don't meet the amount that I told myself I was going to get because of time and things like that. At least I may have got one, or even if I don't get one, at least I did what I had to do and I was out here all day, or I made the attempt, or I put in the effort, even though I didn't get what I want. And that's pretty much excuse me, that's pretty much what having the proper mindset is about. All right, it may not bring you immediate results. You may not get to where you want to get today. It may not happen right now when you want it to, but the fact that you're able to continue to work and continue to want to grow and continue to keep grinding through the times where you don't know what you're doing and you don't know where it's going to take you, and you don't know what's to come of it. All right, all you're doing is waking up, telling yourself some positive things, and working towards a better lifestyle. And just because you're doing those things, it doesn't mean you're successful. It doesn't mean that you're actually going to get anywhere in life. You could be doing that and running in complete circles. But the thing about a person with your type of mindset is you're quick and easy to pick up on, okay, this isn't working. I'm not getting anywhere with this. It's time to do something different. It's time to take a different approach. It's time to try out some different things, or maybe I need to go learn something else. You just won't, okay, it's not working. I tried it so many times. I put in so much effort. I'm just going to quit. I'm just not going to do this anymore because I can't think of anything else, and I've done all I could do. That's not the type of person you are. If there's nothing else you could do, you're not going to stop until you can find something else to do. And that's the difference between you and a person with a weak mindset. And that's why you don't want to have a weak mindset. People who have a weak mindset, that are weak-minded, they're not going to get what they want. They're not going to get where they want. They're not going to be what they want. These are the people that give up. These are the people that decide and make a conscious decision to just stop trying. And they just tell themselves, I'm not going to do this anymore. Things get too hard for them. Their mind gets tired of trying to figure things out, of trying to put in more effort. And they just conk out. They just stop. And when it comes to a lot of people's success journey and success story, that's where they gave up. They gave up when things got hard for them, because if things were easy for everybody, everybody would do them. If things were easy for everybody, it would be more successful people. If things were easy for everybody, everybody would be choosing to be successful. Everyone would be choosing to work hard. But it's called working hard for a reason. Even if you figure out an easy way to do something, you know how they say work smarter and not harder, or work smarter, not harder. You'll still have to work hard at doing what you want to do, even if it's easy. Even if it is smart work, you have to work hard at being smart. You have to work hard at using the smarts, or work hard at doing what's easy. You're still going to have to work hard. It's just not, you're going to be working smart hard and not just dumb hard. You know, some people, they don't mind working dumb hard, and there's nothing wrong with working hard. It's just that you have to figure out what's right for you. Do you want to work hard in a way to where it benefits somebody else more? Or do you want to work hard in a way to where it benefits you more, and you get more out of your time? You get more out of your effort. You get more out of what you're putting into. All right. Me personally, I like to do the type of work to where I get more out of what I'm doing because of what I'm putting into it. If I'm putting enough into it, that means the energy that I put into it, I'm going to get that back. I'm not going to get a pat on the back. That's what I want to do. I want to put in so much work that the work pays me back, and not just get a pat on the back. You put in all this extra work, people will just tell you, good job, great job. And it's like, yeah, what else are you going to get from it? You're doing it to try to get them to give you a raise, instead of raising yourself up. Don't try to get a raise from somebody. Do something that will help you raise yourself up, so that way you can promote yourself. You give yourself a raise. You won't have to worry about anybody else waiting, deciding, thinking, well, you know, this person is doing a lot more for us this year. Like, screw all that. Nobody wants to be a part of that. Truthfully and honestly, you know you're worth more than anything they could ever give you. That's the thing. That's why you want to be able to do something for yourself. And that's why it takes mental fortitude. And that's why most people with mental fortitude are those who haven't given up, started their business, started, their business journey, their health journey, their success journey. They started something. All right, just like you got to be like Michael Jackson, but in the positive way. You got to be starting something. And like Les Brown said this, and it scared the crap out of me. If you aren't willing to learn, you got to get a job. If you aren't willing to learn, you have to get a job. People with mental fortitude don't want a job. They want to learn. They want to study their way to success. They want to educate their way out of poverty. I heard someone say that in a speech, that you could educate yourself out of poverty, and I never looked back. You can educate yourself out of poverty? What? I could buy a book. So I'm self-hustling. I could buy a book, read it, invest in myself and some time and energy into myself just off the strength of looking at some pages. Just from sitting there, disciplining myself, taking some time out of the day to self-educate. I could also self-financiate. I think that's how you say it. I could self-financiate. I could fund myself. Because you can't have fun. You can't have fun without them. I'll tell you that much. You cannot have fun without funds. You need funds to have fun. That's just real. So the amount of you got to have some mental fortitude to be in this world. If you watching this video, if you didn't know, you might not even know you had some, but you do now. You have some. You have mental fortitude. All right, you got strength of the mind. That's what it's all about, being mentally tough. It's cool to go to the gym. It's cool to work out. It's cool to be physically strong, but you have to be mentally strong. You even got to be mentally strong to be physically strong. That's why working out is something very valuable to do with your time and energy. So if you want to build up some mental fortitude, go to the gym. Do something that you don't like to do. Find something that makes resistance in your life. Do something that you hate to do every day. Do something you don't like to do every day. It'll help build discipline, and it'll help you with your mental strength. Because a lot of the reason why a lot of people hit roadblocks, and the reason why a lot of people get stuck, is because there's some weakness within their mind that they're not dealing with, and it's making them depressed, and it's putting them at a halt. You don't want to be depressed. You don't want to be at a halt. You don't want to be stopped in life or stuck in life due to anything that you can sort out mentally. This is why the things that you're into are very important. It's like certain things, you have to realize that at some point that entertainment is cool, but you have to find some type of way to be entertained by things that are going to move you forward in life. All right, you can't just be entertained by a ha ha he he of 7 days a week. At some point, you have to make majority of your time and a majority of the things that you're entertained by be things that are gearing you in the direction in life you want to go. All right, people say, like, and I've underestimated this, but now I understand the true essence of it. When people say you want to eat success, you want to breathe success, you want to sleep success, like, there are things you can do with your mind, and there are things that you can take in as entertainment to where you could actually make that a reality. You could eat success, breathe success, like the whole breathe success, like that's your thoughts, your thinking, your affirmations. We're not going to get too deep into it on this video, because to be honest, as we all know, that's a whole nother video. But as far as like breathing success, like that's going to help you build mental fortitude, working on your mind, affirming certain things, telling yourself certain things about yourself when you feel weak, when you feel worried, when you feel like you're doubting yourself. You got to take control back of your mind. And that's what people do with mental fortitude. They make sure that they're in control of how they view themselves, what they think about themselves, what they tell themselves, because they know how important that is to them on their journey to become successful. person with mental fortitude, they see it for themselves, regardless of their environment, regardless of the atmosphere, regardless of what people are saying or around them or telling them, or regardless of what the popular census is as far as people's attitudes and how people feel about where they're going in life. Some people are in an area where the environment is so bad, nobody thinks they're going anywhere. Everybody gave up. Even the mailman. I'm talking about everybody done gave up. So you have to have a certain mindset and keep developing that mindset, because it's going to get discouraging. Not a lot of people are focused on success or think they can become successful, and it gets discouraging. Not a lot of people believe in themselves. Not a lot of people think that they can get somewhere. And when you have that type of mindset where you know you can, you're going to have the amount of fortitude that's unheard of. And people are going to begin to wonder where you got it. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you later. We out.